Today we're going to be talking about poop. And I don't know why I find this conversation of poop, the topic of poop, so funny. I don't know, maybe it's because it's taboo to talk about, or maybe it's because, other people are so shy about it. They don't want others to think that they poop. But every conversation that I usually have with people, I usually steer towards the poop topic. Whether it's a story about me, or if it's a hypothetical question, I'll ask someone like, what would you do if you poop your pants at work? I don't know, but it's like I've never matured in regards to that topic. Now, public pooping, that's a whole other issue. Some people, they get all shy and they can't make the mess in a public stall, while others, well, they make themselves at home, even having conversations with the other people around them. As for me, the king of turds, I'm a little weird. As much as I like talking about poop, my actual habits are pretty strict. Like most people, I feel the most comfortable at home, but I have to have the essentials with me. I have to have my phone, I have to have a candle, I have to have a plunger, and I prefer a cool dark bathroom on the other end of the house. When I'm out in public, though, I get a little more picky. I usually like the bathrooms that are in the big stores. They offer the most amenities for my deed. They have multiple stalls, plenty of toilet paper, power flushing toilets, and some places will even throw in some music for you. Now, one thing I don't understand, though, is how the stall walls in some of these bathrooms could have such big gaps. I mean, what kind of sick person decides that a 4-inch gap between the stall wall and a door is acceptable? I mean, this isn't a peep show. I remember when I was younger having to deal with this situation. I didn't realize the massive gap in the stall door until it was in the middle of my deed, and at this point it was too late. I looked up and noticed a guy using the urinal in front of me, looking at me through the gap. I was like, what the hell? I froze in panic. I couldn't move. I couldn't poop. I was in there frozen, waiting. I was like, maybe he won't see me if I stay real still. Nope. He nods at me like I'm an old friend from school. It's like he's saying, hey, I see you. Are you pooping in there? What's up? And this scarred me for life. I've now been known to put strips of toilet paper over these gaps so nobody could see me. Sometimes I wish I even carried wood with me so I could fix these monstrosities of workmanship. I used to think, why would you even put up doors if you're going to have a gap that big? All until my rodeo experience. It happened during a family trip to South Dakota. We decided that it would be kind of fun to attend a rodeo, and so we decided to go. Now, earlier that day, we had lunch at this sketchy restaurant. Unfortunately, there wasn't much to choose from, and so we had to pick this place, and evidently, I chose the wrong dish at this place. So as we pull up to the parking lot of the rodeo, my lower intestine is now screaming at me, saying, this is happening right now. There's an emergency down here. So we get our tickets, we make our way into the stadium. I'm walking towards the bathroom, starting to unbutton my pants so I don't have to waste any time once I get there. And I bust open the door, walk in, and my heart sunk. And my butt said, nope. As you walk into the bathroom, you pass the stalls, followed by the urinals, followed by the sinks. It's all along the same wall. Now the stalls had no doors. No doors on the stalls. I'm like, this is a sick prank. This has got to be a sick prank. I look at each one and I was like, there's got to be a door on one of these. Nope. And no amount of toilet paper would cover up this gap. At this point, I didn't have to go anymore. I couldn't go anymore. I'm a shy shitter. I can't even poop if there's someone in the next stall over. How could I do it with hundreds of people walking by? I left the bathroom. It wasn't going to happen. It couldn't happen. I go sit down with the rest of my family back in the stands, and the poop pains hit me again, but harder this time. That's it. I had to figure something out, and fast. But what could I do? So I started looking for ways to maybe MacGyver a door. Maybe I could snag a big sign and prop it up against the stall wall. No sign's big enough. My dad, he even offered to stand in front of the stall, blocking people's view, like Superman. No, that wasn't happening either. At this point, I'm in panic mode. Some of you are probably like, well, hey, who cares? Who cares? Why don't you just poop? Who cares if there's people walking by? I don't know what to tell you. I couldn't do it. My body was not allowing this to happen for me. So at this point, I have to leave the rodeo. I'm leaving. I have to find a bathroom, or at least someplace private. So I exit. But I had no idea what was in the immediate area. All I could see was woods all around me, nothing else. There's no restaurants, no gas stations, nothing within sight. So I pick a direction and I start walking as quickly as possible without messing myself. As I get further away from the rodeo, I start eyeing the woods. I'm preparing myself for the inevitable. This is it. I'm thinking to myself that I'm going to be pooping in the woods. And it's not just any poop. It's an I ate something very bad and this is about to get real serious real soon type of poop. I tell you, I almost gave up that afternoon. It was really close. Just before I walked into the woods, I noticed a sign off in the distance. I'm like, please let this be a friendly pooping place. Oh, sweet. It was a campground that had public bathrooms. So I am running towards these bathrooms, hoping that these had doors. And at this point, I would have been fine with a gap in the stall. I would have been fine with dirty conditions. I didn't care. I just wanted to poop with some dignity. And let me tell you, I did. And it was great. You know that feeling you get after a major accomplishment? That feeling on being that you're on top of the world? That was me. I could have fallen asleep right there in that stall. I was in my own little piece of heaven. As I strolled back to the rodeo, I heard the national anthem being played over the PA system. The sun was setting in front of me. At that moment, I felt like a cowboy. Ah, yes, America. Thinking about it now, though, I would have never survived back in the cowboy days. You forget about your bathrooms with toilet paper. If you had to poop, you dug a hole, and if you didn't get bit by a snake, you were having a pretty good day. No, I'll take this current time and place. Writing this story on my phone while sitting on a toilet in the privacy of my own home. Ah, yes, America.